Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing Chapter 3, The Crumbling Cheese from the Cheese That Never Went Bad. This classic tale explores profound themes about change and facing our fears. Remember, this is a community effort, so if you find value in these discussions, consider supporting us. In Part 1, we watched Kenji grapple with the idea that the world might have changed without him noticing it. Now, in Part 2, we'll see how denial can be a temporary defense mechanism when confronted with an unpleasant reality. Let's dive right in. The story opens with Kenji unable to tear his gaze away from the bakery doors. It's hard to imagine him doing anything else other than baking. Just yesterday, he was kneading dough and arranging trays of pastries. But today, the bakery is strangely silent. He feels as though his arms ache from non-existent labor. The cheerful aroma of freshly baked goods that once defined his mornings has vanished. Now all he encounters is unnerving quietness. Aiko tries to lift his spirits, suggesting that this might be a chance for something new. She believes that another bakery or opportunity awaits them. However, Kenji shakes his head, unable to see beyond the loss of his familiar routine. His whole life revolved around the bakery. He wakes up every day before dawn, kneads dough until his hands are rough and floury, and bakes an array of bread, cakes, and cookies. Each item has its unique recipe passed down from his grandmother. His loyal customers return daily to buy their favorite treats. Life was simple and predictable, much like the rising and falling of the dough he worked with every day. But now the bakery is gone, taking a piece of Kenji's soul with it. As Kenji continues to stare at the door, Haru leans against the wall, silently observing him. After a while, Haru finally speaks, pointing out that Kenji is holding on tightly to the old cheese, which is causing him pain. Haru suggests that while change is always difficult, refusing to accept it can be even worse. In essence, Kenji's attachment to the bakery, his refusal to acknowledge the possibility of a new job or a new dream, is what truly causes him pain. However, Kenji responds by covering his face, admitting that he can't let go. He doesn't know any other skills or talents and worries that he might not be good at anything else. This feeling of helplessness is a natural response to fear of the unknown. Kenji is comfortable with his old life. He knows his routine and feels confident in his abilities as a baker, but when faced with a change in plans, he feels lost and uncertain. This is a common human reaction to change. Often, our comfort comes from familiarity and consistency. When that is disrupted, we feel vulnerable and afraid. Later that night, Kenji finds himself sweating and his heart pounding as he wakes from a strange dream. He dreamt of running through endless hallways lined with shelves upon shelves of his delicious breads. Each shelf seemed to stretch on forever, promising an abundance of cheesy delights. Yet, whenever Kenji reached out to grab a piece of bread, it slipped through his fingers, turning to dust the moment he touched it. The dream left him confused and unsettled, mirroring the chaos he feels within himself. The following morning, Kenji continues to sit by the bakery doors, hoping for a miracle. He wishes the bakery would open its doors as if nothing had happened. Every hour that passes increases his desperation, yet also deepens his despair. For Kenji, the bakery isn't just a workplace. It's an integral part of his identity. Working at the bakery has been his life for so long that his sense of self is deeply intertwined with his role as a baker. Without the bakery, he feels as though he's lost a part of himself. As days turn into weeks, Kenji's savings dwindle. His confident demeanor crumbles, revealing the turmoil within. Kenji's emotional state reflects a common experience during times of significant change or loss. He initially tries to convince himself that everything will work out, that the problem will resolve itself. But as time goes on, his hope begins to fade, replaced by a growing sense of despair. Kenji's situation serves as a reminder that ignoring problems or avoiding them does not make them go away. Instead, it often allows the issues to grow, making them harder to address in the future. Aiko and Haru, Kenji's friends, decide to take action to improve their lives. They venture out to find new opportunities, driven by the belief that the world still holds possibilities for them. On one such exploration, Haru discovers a baker in a nearby town who requires assistance. Excited at the prospect of a potential new job, Haru returns home and shares the news with Aiko, suggesting they should visit the baker the next day. Haru's approach is practical and solution-focused. Instead of dwelling on what they've lost, he's actively looking for ways to move forward. When Kenji hears about the potential new job, his reaction is bitter. It's as though the very suggestion of moving on hurts him. Kenji seems almost offended by the idea that anyone would want to continue living, continuing to live as if nothing has happened. To him, the thought of starting over somewhere else feels unbearable. He clings to the hope that somehow the original bakery will reopen, that his life will simply resume where it left off. In Kenji's mind, the bakery isn't just a place of employment, but a symbol of his stability and identity. Losing the bakery has shaken him to his core, making him question his worth and abilities. He feels trapped by his own limitations, believing himself to be incapable of learning new skills or adapting to change. This mindset, however, is limiting and prevents him from considering the vast potential that lies within him. That night, after the others have gone to bed, Kenji whispers to himself, expressing a longing for the past. He wonders if the bakery might magically reopen or if his friends will find a way to bring it back. There's a hint of pleading in his voice, as if he's trying to convince himself more than the empty room. He repeats the phrase, "The cheese will come back," almost as a mantra, desperately seeking reassurance. Meanwhile, the others sleep peacefully, dreaming of new opportunities and adventures. The scene highlights the stark contrast between Kenji's attitude of defeat and the optimism that still remains alive in his friends. Despite the bakery's absence, life still moves forward. Birds chirp outside, wind rustles the leaves, and dreams continue to unfold. The world keeps spinning, offering Kenji a chance at a new beginning. If Kenji chooses to remain where he is, he will continue to suffer. He'll continue to wake up every morning to the same routine, the same emptiness. If he sits by the bakery doors for the rest of his life, they will never open again. The cheese will not come back. But if he ventures out into the world, if he follows his friends, he might just discover that there is still bread to be baked, even if it's in a different oven with different recipes and in a different place. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. Your participation helps keep these discussions vibrant and valuable, so please don't forget to support us. And remember, together we can make these discussions richer and more meaningful. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.